Let's go back to TJ and more of that exclusive interview with Will Packer, the Oscars lead producer. Hey, TJ.
Hey there, George. I was on the red carpet on Sunday, and Will Packer and his wife, Heather, and his producing partner, Shayla Cowan, actually came by for an interview, and they were over the moon excited. They were so excited. They had put in 6 months of work to get to this point. They were so excited about the show. And they told me, Will told me yesterday in our interview, that after the first act, they were actually high-fiving and had a tear come through their eye because the show was going so well. And then in one split-second moment incident on that stage, they felt like they were robbed.
And the Oscar goes to...
Will Smith!
Will Smith won his first Oscar Sunday and got a standing ovation. This was minutes after slapping Chris Rock on stage. Show producer Will Packer says the optics of celebrating Smith so soon after that shocking moment weren't lost on him, but offered another viewpoint.
You know, I probably have a different perspective on that, TJ, because I was in the room and I know a lot of those people. And so it wasn't like this was somebody they didn't know. It doesn't make anything that he did right, and it doesn't excuse that behavior at all, but I think that the people in that room who stood up for somebody who they knew, right? Who was a peer, who was a friend, who was a brother, who has a 3 decades plus long career of being the opposite of what we saw in that moment. I think these people saw the person that they know and were hoping that somehow, some way, this was an aberration. He's going to stand on stage and maybe Chris Rock comes from the back and says, we got you all, you know. I don't think that these were people that were applauding anything at all about that moment. And all these people saw their friend at his absolute worst moment and were hoping that they could encourage him and lift him up, and that he would somehow try to make it better.
Smith apologized to the Academy and his fellow nominees during his acceptance speech, but not to Chris Rock, something Packer says was a missed opportunity after striking Rock.
Do you wish Will Smith had left after that? Do you wish he did not remain a part of your ceremony?
I think what many of us were hoping was that he would go on that stage and make it better. It couldn't be made right in that moment because of what had happened. But I think we were hoping that he would make it better, that he would stand on that stage and say what just happened minutes ago was absolutely and completely wrong. Chris Rock, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. That's what I was hoping for. I felt like he was gonna win, and I was hoping that if he stayed, he said that.
Art imitates life. I look like the crazy father, just like they said. I look like crazy father, just like they said about Richard Williams. But love will make you do crazy things.
If he wasn't going to give that speech, which made it truly better, then yes, because now you don't have the optics of somebody who committed this act, didn't nail it in terms of a conciliatory acceptance speech in that moment, who then continued to be in the room.
But just an hour before Will Smith's Oscar win, the 94th Academy Awards was celebratory. A renewed energy, vibe, and flair to the ceremony. There were show-stopping musical numbers and 3 hosts delivering laughs.
Where movie lovers unite and watch TV.
But that all changed in an instant.
You talk so much about how great the energy was in that room.
Yeah.
After the incident,
Yeah.
what happened to the energy in the room?
Sucked completely out of it. It was like somebody poured concrete in that room. It was this feeling of what just happened, is this real? How am I supposed to react? So it sucked the life out of that room, and it never came back.
Packer credits Chris Rock for his composure, which may very well have salvaged the night.
Because Chris handled the moment with such grace and aplomb, it allowed the show to continue. And if he had handled that differently in that moment, which it could have gone so many different ways, and because Chris continued the way that he did, he completed the category, he handed the trophy to Questlove, who was somebody else who I feel like was really robbed of their moment. It gave us license in a way to continue the show, which is what we were trying to do. It was such a huge moment and such a sad and disappointing moment that it wasn't something that we were gonna come back from within that night, within this week. I don't know when we'll come back and people will be talking about anything else other than the show.
Chris Rock saved the Oscars that night. Did he save the show that night?
I think he did. I think he did. He certainly saved what was left of it at that point.
The night was filled with history-making, feel-good moments. Packer led the first all-black producing team. Ariana DeBose became the first Afro-Latina queer woman to win an acting Oscar. Coda won big.
I just wanted to say that this is dedicated to the deaf community, the Coda community, and the disabled community.
And also a big win of the night. After years of declining viewership, the ceremony rose over 60% from last year's broadcast.
A lot of people, they hear the ratings went up and they think the incident, the slap. But what was the highest rated moment of the night?
The highest rated moment was when Troy Kotsur won Best Supporting Actor. And as the first deaf man to win an Oscar, gave an incredible speech. It was heartfelt, it was funny. It's bittersweet because I've been getting a lot of love. A lot of people saying, man, I haven't watched the Oscars in years, and I really enjoyed it. It was a show that moved and was exciting, and there was so much inclusivity on the show. You had all these moments that are overshadowed now. So that's the bittersweet part of it, because I feel like it was a heck of a show, and it had some amazingly historical moments that I fear will be forgotten.
We have to remember, they had a good thing going and a vibrant show going. So that's unfortunate. And he wanted to make another point, and there's been a debate out there. Some are saying, and even calling Will Smith some type of a hero for protecting his wife, who was the subject of an insult. And that debate has been going on. And Will Packer wanted to make sure he said, look, yes, we can make an argument that black women in this country absolutely have not gotten the protection they needed, should be protected more, but at the same time we can agree that is not the way to protect them. That is not the way to do it.
Poured concrete in the room. That was a strong statement.
He said it was done. He couldn't get the energy back after that.
Words.
Yeah.
Great interview, TJ.
Great interview, TJ.
Got it, guys.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.